Okay, homies, brethrens, parents, kids, families, whatever unit you're in, whatever gang you're in, whatever gang colours you wear, how you doing? How are you doing this fine weekend? So yeah, it's been a bit quiet this week, I know, and I can only apologise about that. The reason there hasn't been many uploads is because I've actually started back to work again. Goodness me, this can't be real. Yeah, I started back to work this week after I think it's about 6-7 weeks I've had off work because obviously I've been very poorly. I've been a poorly little pussycat, and I took the plunge to start back at work today because I've been starting to feel a little bit better. And a lot of people have been very kindly asking, how are you feeling? What is it? Did you find out what it was that was the big issue? Well, it would turn out that the big issue is, drum roll, I don't know. I absolutely have no idea. I've kind of had to sort of diagnose this thing myself because I've been backwards and forwards to doctors, hospitals, blood tests, scans, and still no sort of solution onto what is causing crippling stomach pains, crippling chest pains, crippling back pains, and literally just feeling low down, depressed, and I suppose a miserable bastard would be the best way to describe it. And it's, you know, it's no wonder really, because the worst part about it is every time I eat, I've been in sort of agony, and you know, people have been throwing pointers my way saying it could be this, could be that. And yeah, the worst part about it was that I had to sort of sit and think, maybe it's a dietary thing, maybe it's just certain foods I'm eating are affecting me. And just before Christmas I sort of switched up my diet and I started eating not so much of that, but eating a bit more of this. And yeah, that seemed to make a bit of a difference, and it would turn out that I've potentially got a wheat allergy, a gluten allergy, a dairy allergy, or maybe all three, maybe all of the above, I absolutely don't know. But I've simply had to cut all of those things out of my diet, and the result of it is I feel a lot better. You know, I still get the odd little twinge every now and then, which just seems to be there all the time, and I just don't want to get a camera shoved down my throat by the doctor. But yeah, that seems to have held it off at bay a little bit, and I'm happy about that. And also on the plus side as well is I've lost 2 stone. Since before Christmas I've lost 2 stone in weight, which needed to be done, so I'm now at the sort of weight I was when I was about 23. So yeah, whoop whoop, high fives, pump your fist in the air, thank goodness for that. But yeah, it has been a really difficult couple of months. It's been fucking awful, to be honest with you, and it's just nice to know that next week I've got a wage coming at last, so I'm slowly but surely going to get back on my feet and I'm going to be a happier person. But I'm happier anyway, because there's no better feeling than going out there and working your ass off and then coming home of an evening, taking off your shoes and thinking, man, that was a hard day, but I feel rewarded because I know I've worked my tits off. Everybody at work is happy, I'm happy, my wife is happy because I'm at work and I'm not sort of moping around the house miserable. I think what it is, what has been a contributory factor to this, as thankfully one of my subscribers sort of messaged me on Twitter and said, have you ever thought it could be anxiety disorder? And I thought, well, I wouldn't have thought it was, and I sort of looked up anxiety disorder and I literally ticked every single box. There was 14 boxes, a 14-step process to figure out whether you have anxiety disorder, and I was ticking every single box and saying yes, 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 yes and yes, because I think what kind of might have triggered this off, because this sort of started a little bit of last year, and it was around about the time when my father passed away, and I just went downhill from that. You know, that hit me really hard and sort of sent me in a state of depression almost. I'm one of these people that's quite positive, believe it or not. You know, rage commentaries aside, I am quite a positive person. And you know, unfortunately my father used to suffer from depression, and when he was younger, and I always swore blind I would never be the man who suffered from depression or anxiety or anything, because there was nothing worse than sitting there in my room with my headphones on listening to my hip hop, and then all of a sudden Dad would come in the room, sit on the bed and just burst into tears. It was the most awful thing to see the fucking man you look up to and admire, this absolute wreck. And I always said I'd never be like that, but unfortunately the human mind and the human brain is very, very delicate, and it just takes a simple thing to tip you over the edge. And it would appear that this anxiety disorder is probably the thing that's done this, because it affects your body in different ways. And you know, I have been down, I've been low, I've been snappy, I've been, you know, snapping at my daughter for stupid things, or like my cat meows at me for something to eat and I look at him as if I want to kill him. It's just really stupid stuff like that, and unfortunately it plays havoc with your stomach. And you know, one of the problems is when you go out and you think, oh, I'm going to have this, and you think, I can't eat that, and every time you're eating something you're thinking, is this going to bother me, is this going to hurt, and then it does hurt because you've probably bought it on yourself. It's all mental shit, you know. I'm just a mentalist. I need to be sectioned, that's the problem. But yeah, I seem to know what it is now, and I seem to have it under control, and that's the main thing. So the good news is I've got a backlog of commentaries that I sort of done over the course of the last week. Unfortunately, I've just been so tired because of work. I've been sort of looking at the screen for so long and thinking I haven't even got the strength to click the fucking mouse 3 times and upload this. So, you know, over the course of the weekend and a little bit into next week, we've got some hopefully decent commentaries coming your way. There's a bit of a controversial one as well, and I'm sort of in 2 minds to upload it. It's a very long commentary, but it's a sort of story one. You know, somebody asked me to do a story based on a sort of portion of my life. If you remember the steroid one and the one when I was bullied at school and things, people seem to really enjoy that and relate to it. And somebody says, I want to hear more. And this one is sort of based on my past experiences when I was younger, when I used to do a lot of stealing. And, you know, I thought I'll talk about that. And then I sort of listened to it. I thought, nah, man, people are going to really judge me. And they say, oh my God, you're a thief, you're a scumbag. Especially after somebody sent me a lovely message on YouTube the other day and said, you're a really down-to-earth, nice, well-rounded guy, and I really like you. There should be more people like you. And I thought, yeah, that's great. This is going to really change that view. But it was all past, and I'll have a think about it, and I might upload that one. I just hope so many people don't see me in such a different light. But, you know, we all change. It's all part of life. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and sorry it's been such a break, but I've just had to get myself back in the swing of things. But I'm back, baby. Apocalypse done.